traders, happy Money Monday. Kayvon, Isaiah in the building. How was your weekend? We got a few minutes till the market opens up, so let's dive into it. If your goal is to trade like a professional and be a consistent winner, you must start from the premise the solutions are in your mind, not in the market. And for those of us that have traded for a longer time, I think we understand that a little bit more. You've seen all these patterns, and you know that consistency is not in those variables, not in the indicators and patterns, but more so managing yourself and your emotions. So this week, going to be focusing a lot on making sure I have a healthy mind and a lot of discipline. Going to be focusing on discipline a lot this week. You can only win when your mind is stronger than your emotions. What does risk say? Risk says more things can happen than will happen. We need to accept that, not marry anything, not focus too much on any one individual ticker. And guys, we're becoming the traders that we're going to one day be, right? Even if you are successful to some degree, you are now becoming the trader you're going to one day be. And so make sure you emphasize that and not let any downhill habits take you out entirely. All right, let's dive in. I know, Isaiah, in the right biz when you're looking forward to Monday. Even Kayvon messaged me and was like, dude, this weekend's so slow. Yeah, excited for Money Monday. All right, leading gapper this morning in the Pennyland VERV that I'm seeing, therapeutic play. What got me on Friday was I was a little heavier on MBOT, which is a therapeutic play as well. And this one aggravated me. But I'm really going to focus today on, even if I like something, not sizing in too much into one individual trade, but focusing on the entirety like I teach. 20-second delay still for you, Kayvon. No, I thought we fixed that. Stream delay, 1 second delay is what I got on OBS. That's what it says. All right. VERV, if we look left of the chart on VERV, 450 is going to be a ceiling. I did look at the short percent interest on this float. 450 is the resistance. 22%, I believe, was the short percent interest on the float. Pop up towards that area. I mean, we could see this one get a little squeeze on it with that short interest. Monitoring that level, that I believe we may see an upper shadow form against that. PRTG was the 500,000 in float ticker on Friday that made a move. If nothing else goes on out there, PRTG is what we're going to see, probably a momentum shift over there if our other leading gappers are not getting their move. UAMY this morning hit the magic 320. We could fade off of that. That's broken out to new highs. UAMY broken out to new highs, but we could see it start pulling back to 240, kind of a breakout area. Let's keep flipping through a few tickers this morning. And guys, we got to accept too that to be the trader that we're going to one day be, we may have habits right now that are not conducive to that trader we want to be. There's things in trading that are contrary to our beliefs, to our natural beliefs and inclinations. That's why sometimes it's uncomfortable for me letting winners run, because maybe you grew up and you were taught, like many of us, that, like, for instance, greed is a bad thing. Well, maybe it is bad in the real world, but with trading, greed's actually kind of can be a good thing, right? When in trading. So there's certain beliefs that we have that can cripple us in trading. You got to consider these things. All right, enough of me preaching. THTX, this one was the play on Friday. I believe Isaiah and we hit this one on the pullback. I ended up break even on this, dude, because it curled back around, stopped me out on leftovers. I don't know how I was break even on it. I think because of the CPro, the first in is the first out. Maybe that, because I may have sized into this one. THTX, though, this one it was like a potential acquisition, I believe. Yeah, acquisition proposal. And so that one's still buying the rumor, selling the news. JC, the day hadn't even started yet, and you're done for the day. But you don't want to overtrade. You're going to take the green. I hear you. That would have helped me out Friday too, so I hear you. But yeah, a lot of us, us degenerate traders in here, we're itching to trade after that long weekend, so that may keep us here longer than we want today. All right, market's about to open up. Ding, ding, ding. Kayvon says patience on Mondays, so don't dig a hole today. All right, let's see what's going to happen today. Remember, PRTG was that 500,000 in float ticker. I can imagine. I mean, it has a little head and shoulders on Friday, but I can just imagine if, like, VERV, this leading gapper this morning, fades off like it is right now. Volume's going to shift onto something like that. I ain't touching a 500,000 unless it's very small share size on a long. I won't be shorting that. BFRG was a semi-hangover, Isaiah. BFRG, 220 is pretty good on that. 255 is the 200-day here. 220 could serve as a level of resistance. I hate when the market's telling me like 5 seconds in to take a trade and it's sitting at a ceiling of resistance up here. Yeah, BFRG is not bad. To like 230 something risk. Hangover. It's like a 4-cent spread though. Again, this is a short is the idea here for those that are new in here. It's only 40 cents to locate. 100 shares. 4-cent spreads, 5-6 cent spread. I don't know. I do like it. I don't like the four. Shoot. Yeah, it does look good. It's selling off right now. Sometimes these hangovers, they just snap so quick and it creates some hesitancy to get involved in a short. VRV, the leading gapper, that one's been snapping since the open. But if you looked at the chart there, 450 was very tough resistance. Again, we're being patient, P-A-Y, as Kayvon spelt it, because patience pays. A lot of the money, a lot of quotes you'll see out there from Buffett and such suggest patience is what pays in the market, not necessarily your entry, right? A little counterintuitive, but the patience. All right, what's the overall market doing right now? A little bit of profit taking. THTX getting a little spike this morning. Still in that acquisition. I believe that the proposal was up towards 350. The proposal THTX. And 350 is pretty much some of that resistance up there. It could grab. I mean, we're floating up now. That thing could pop up to 350 and just sit and chill. Still like the BFRG, probably for more of an all-day kind of play. Gonna let them find us. Let them find us. THTX still on a rip this morning. THTX from Friday. Again, that's what happens with Mondays. This is what normally happens. All right, I don't remember what the short percent interest is on it. But 350 it might be heading towards right now. THTX. Not a lot. 3.77, so mainly longs here. It could have accumulated a bunch of shorts yesterday though. Be mindful of that. Man, VERV tanking. God, I really like that chart for a short too. Closer up to pre-market highs. I didn't want to just snap it right out of the gates. All right. You guys taking any trades yet? THTX still on a climb. MBOT. Oh, he pissed me off. That big L I took on that one Friday. Pretty much a hangover there too. Emotions told me don't take another L on it today though. It's tough when everything snaps right out of the gate. It really is tough. SPY's kind of sitting still. Still just flipping through tickers, guys. But a lot's been just pulling back, selling off. Except THTX right now. So one of the ones I like for little slow fades, BFRG against 2, 10, or 15. JC THRD had some bad news on it. We'll take a look. All right, THRD. THRD, they came out with some news this morning. That one is gapping up. It almost is trading like a payout, which is kind of how it's trending. Now says plan of dissolution with payout between yada yada. Yeah, that one's kind of going sideways right now. Whatever they got paid out at, it seems like it's just trending at that level. I don't know how much meat on the bone there is there. VERV still tanking. God. All right, let's look at some gainers. BFRG down in the low 190s now. YMM spiking up. Yeah, a lot of these you had to jump in and pre-market to actually get a freaking entry so far. All right, we're going to find something. Let's go through some of these gainers. VRV still selling off. TMC, everything snapping. My God. THTX near pre-market highs. Quantum Play QUBT getting a spike up. All right, right now just flipping through some tickers. Patience, like Kayvon said, we're patient. Seeing what's going to open up for us. What is this bull? Webull? Webull? IPO'd on Friday? Webull. Tons of volatility here. Ticker symbol BULL. Not a trade for me, too gambly on this one, but it'll be fun watching it. Yesterday, low of $9.54 up to $31 right now. BULL. Did we see that one on Friday? All right, THTX still up here towards pre-market high, or looks like after hours highs, 291. Still getting a climb here. A lot of lower shadows, THTX too. A lot of lower shadows on that one in the 270s. Man, I'm just wondering if that one... She's heading towards 350. is what it seems like. Mr. Fades in the house. Good morning, folks. On a good short FMTO bottom call, dude. Are you long term? You're like, you got all 250 million shares over there, FMTO. What's she even sitting at? Hadn't moved much. I'm hoping and praying for you, man. I want you to have a big winner on that. All right, let's keep flipping. So far, BFRG's kind of my miss, but it's hard to get involved in some of these. So many of them have snapped out of the gates. THTX is juicy. It is definitely juicy up here. I'm just wondering. It's still on that proposal. Did they come out with more news this morning? Trading higher after receiving the proposal, which they got on Friday. The deal, they said the deal is in their best interest. Okay. So THTX still higher. Came on, they're selling this gap up as expected. Market's pulling in. Yeah, I think that's exactly what you messaged me. That was kind of your idea. Couple quantum names up, but the overall market's down. Couple quantum names up, and then THTX is up. But otherwise, a lot of sell-offs right now. Even the leading gapper, Bull. There's a lot of volatility there. It's an avoid for me. That one's bouncing up and down. Webull set at $27 right now. Like I said, Friday's leading gainer in the low float world was PRTG. It would not surprise me at all if this one did some kind of a little red to green move. Right now, there's no action on it. But if nothing else works, normally on Mondays what happens is people go back to the well in which they drank, which could be that. THTX at $3 now. Jeez. THTX, I may have to locate this one, guys. I would have done the liquidity grab up and over $3. Let me see what she's going to do. I mean, I don't want to get it on a snap here. Shoot. All right. So THTX, the 350 is pretty much kind of where I'm eyeballing it. So I'd have to start like half a position. All right, I'm going to keep thinking about THTX. Yeah, THTX I'm thinking about, but that acquisition up towards 350, I mean, it could... I'm going to get involved right here. THTX. Ugh. Let me see. Might locate another 100. Yeah, I'm going to locate another 100 just to get prepped up at 320. THTX, I'll probably hit it up towards 320 again if we get up there. I hit it for just 100 right now, but hit it for another 100. I'm looking for an elevator down on this, clearly, as we always do in here. I really like the 350 resistance, but I don't know. I want to get involved a little. I want to get involved right now just in case. Just in case. Couple upper wicks at 305. I'll hit it again up at 320 if we get up there. Otherwise, I might stick with the single entry at the moment. Part of me is like, should I scale into this winner if it is just gonna, if that's gonna be the top up there? I'm not convinced it's the top. It could be. I'm not entirely convinced though. I'm not entirely convinced 305's the top. I'm trying to consider what to do here. Hit it again with the rest of my shares. Take profits right now on this bigger pullback and hit it again on a pop. There's several things I'm thinking about. I'm not determined yet what I'm doing. That's why I like to start them sometimes, though, because they pull back and then hard for them to recover. I could see it climbing back up to the highs, though, giving one more shot up there. Mr. Bad in the building. Good to see you in here, Bad. Thanks for joining the Friday night live stream, too. We had a good amount of fun. Yeah, THTX, I'm working this one, and I'm really, torn as to what to do. Because I thought we were going a little higher, so I was going to scale into it. I think I'm going to do something that's uncomfortable for me and hit it again. We'll see. This is the first 5-minute red candle. Hit it again, and pretty much the stop. If I hit it with fuller size, then the stop's going to have to be at the up and over the highs for me. So, not a huge fan of that. But I think I might hit it again, and stop will be over the highs. Yeah, I'll hit it again. Stop's going to be up and over the highs. Just fingers crossed that that's the top and this is sloppy seconds. Alright, I'm setting the OCO on it. So stops up and over the high. Fuller position now. We will see what she does. Green on bull. Yeah, I saw bull. Gonna revisit it in a little bit after THTX. Elevators down for the green team. No, THTX, don't do it. Elevator down. Elevator down. So I just went fuller position on this with just a stop at up and over the highs. Fingers crossed for the sloppy seconds here. This was kind of the idea since we went up and over the whole dollar already. But it could see higher and could take me out and head up towards 350. That is in the realm of possibility. And I still have those shares to recycle through. Here's THTX back up closer to 3. If it does have an elevator down move, it probably is going to be a tough one to recover from. It's on this little bit of an uptrend right now. Just fingers crossed it's accumulating longs. There wasn't a lot of short interest on this. It was only a few percent. So mainly a lot of longs are what's in this. Except on Friday. Friday could have been a lot of shorts there. We gonna crack the trend and head down south? What we doing? I hope you're correct, JC. Certainly hope you're correct. $120 was the open on Friday, so we are up quite a bit. sitting stagnant right around my average, which is always fun. See what she decides to do here. But the middle blue line's my average. What was bad? What was your trade on bull? Long or short? Hope it dumps more. Kayvon's eyeballing Futu. Ooh, THTX. That was a fake out breakdown. Dang. It's really indecisive. It had a little fake out breakdown and got bought right back up towards 3 now. Yeah, not looking good. Not looking good for me. Alright, all out THTX 307. Yeah, I didn't like that. That lower shadow snapped down 289 and then I noticed it got bought right back up. So THTX still in a squeeze right now. I'll revisit it in a little bit. Still think there's a trade there. Are you... Oh, shit. Did we just top out 313? Oh, my God. Don't tell me 313's the top there. Oh, fuck. Do not tell me 313's the top. Oh my God, guys, I'm about to be freaking pissed. I'm getting involved half the positions again. 294. Oh, this looks like the dump too. Oh my God. Well, now I'm brutally pissed off. It was a fake out. It was a fake out breakout. Stop was up and over the high. I mean, it had to be. Getting involved with it again. So stupid. So brutally stupid. So brutally stupid. Kind of on tilt right now after that. That pisses me off so much. I'm going to be looking to probably size into it against those highs right there. It almost feels like it just trapped longs now up there, 313. Don't marry the ticker, as Keith said. All right. Stop is at... What's my stop at? 320. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna do what you said. I'm gonna focus on something else. I'm back in it after that, but and kind of chased it back down. So that's not good. Wow, that is annoying. Brutally annoying. Gotta give him more room, guys. I gotta give him more room. SCRV nearly hit Magic 620 area, 20 cent. Pulled back off of that. I'm going to flip through some gainers and find something else because otherwise I'm going to go on tilt. THTX. PDD is straight up. PDD straight up, 93 to 98. Oh, shoot. Isaiah locked out. Max loss on it. And max loss after seeing that crap that we just went through. That is so annoying, man. I almost feel like I just need to not even trade it. I'm about to be maxed out too on it. I'll stick to the risk, but taking a max loss on this trade's dumb. So dumb. For me, like, hitting it again like I did was really dumb. That's what I'm saying, at least. Hitting it like I did was really dumb. Again on the downside. That was a tilted trade right there. Absolute pure tilt. The fake out breakdown and then getting chopped out on the fake out breakout. Sloppy seconds there. All right. A lot of Chinese names are straight up. Keith is up a little bit on the day. Good job, Keith. Small account trying to rebuild. I hear that. About to have to start rebuilding myself. SERV could be sloppy seconds on that. PDD, kind of a snap. We just saw that one up at 99. Keith wiring in a little bit more money this week. I might be right there with you. We'll see. Chinese names, potential short trigger, Kevon mentioned. Time fades, taking a short THTX right here. Yeah. Yeah, this one. This one, it's not bad. It doesn't look bad, but oh my god, getting fake out breaked out like that. Ugh, it's nothing worse. Nearly nothing worse. Because the aggravating thing is, you have the right idea. You have the complete right idea on it, and then that BS happens. But you have to have a stop in place. So what do you do? What do you do? Are we selling off here, or are we having another fake out breakdown? It's got to determine. It's got to determine right here, Fades. It can't just chill right here. It's gotta be very determined what she's doing. Isaiah, I'm so sad you're not in this right now. Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry, dude. It's hard for me to even feel happy about this because of that. What happened? God, that's the worst, man. I'm heartbroken about that. Yeah, we knew this was gonna happen, but that's the problem when you know it's gonna happen. I mean, you have to put some risk on it, right? So we had the risk there. I mean, you just have to have risk in case she goes up to $4. I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't taken anything off here. I feel like she's trapped longs now. I mean, that's what it looks like, and heading down to 250 or lower. It's going to be hard to make money trading if if you stop out for, speaking to myself here, not letting winners run when they crack like this. Shorts are definitely going to be smacking this on any pop right now. Fades, you got 700 shares short, just riding it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about just setting a stop at literally, I don't know, three something, and just kind of forgetting about it. Trying to. This is where I struggle, guys, letting these run. I mean, if I want to be green, I gotta let these things run. BULL. Oh my God. Straight up. Halted up. 4178. Weeble. Weeble. 4178. Halted up. Bad is in VERV short. We were watching that one. Oh, wow. That thing curled all the way back up around. Um, 450's not bad there on the... Yeah, THTX, what might happen here now, that volume is kind of shifting elsewhere. We might just see that one fading. Man, this move, dude, I hate it. I hate it for us, Isaiah. That move right there, brutal. PDD, that one's been pulling back off a 99. Webull opened back up. If you want to be part of the Wild Wild West, trade Webull right now. That thing, $40. $9 yesterday was the low, up towards 40 right now. VERV, bad as in, not terrible. I mean, not terrible against like 425 or so. Not a bad play. Oh my God, bad. You shorted bull pre-market. Holy crap. Oh, yeah, that's, glad you didn't hold on to that. That'd be rough right now. That would be rough. Isaiah, you don't want to learn the wrong lessons, but would have been up if I didn't have the max loss. I know, that's why this one is so tough, because, and you just had a trade like this last week, where it is a good trade, and you do apply good risk to it, and you're very... you're right there. I mean, you're right there. It's like there's almost nothing else you can do on it. The only thing I can think of that we could have done different is had smaller size on it and widen the risk out, and just so that we understand that these fake out breakouts might happen, like that volatility that may present itself still there while it's still got a bunch of longs in it, and hoping that it goes higher and buying the hope. The only thing I can think of is that maybe we should start half size, let it play around for a little while, and then when we get confirmation of the fake out breakdown, then size into it a little bit more. I think maybe the risk is just a little too tight, maybe. So if your max risk is $50, get in 100 shares and give it like 30 or 40 cents of wiggle room. And then on confirmation, add more into it. It's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. It's so aggravating because you're there, you're right, but I mean that's what I'm drawing from it, if anything. Bull is still straight up, $48. VERV up towards 420 right now. That one is getting that 450 resistance is mainly that number I like a lot. So VERV, I mean, maybe a short there. I'm considering that. It's trying to go red to green. It is red to green right now. Massive red to green move. 350s up to 420. I mean, that's pretty massive. The last thing I want on THTX is for that to pop back up towards, I mean, fingers crossed she's done. She's pretty heavy in any pop right now. I feel not very smart to not be locking in anything, but it's just trying to do the uncomfortable here. Trying to do the uncomfortable. Bull still straight up. Bounce pre-market and the blue skies, dude. We bull straight up, man. Oh my god, $48. Account changer, but traders learning wrong lessons. If they don't apply the risk, that is. All you gotta do is buy it and it goes straight up. VERV, that's still pretty good. Hit that 420 area. It's pulling back in, back to red right now. That 20-cent area held up pretty good. That was not a bad area to get involved there. SPY coming back down to the lows. Yeah, VRV 420 wasn't bad for a short. That was kind of something I was eyeballing. USAR is right up at 200-day moving average right now. Rare earth minerals. USAR. Got a little spike, consolidation, and very spready. Probably a lower float play, and the chart is very ugly. Chart is very ugly here, USAR. Rare earth. 1120s. Could service some tough resistance on it. I don't know, it's too spready for me. But USAR, definitely something there. Very spready, though. And Bull still up, $48. We're sitting at right now with BULL. Bad still holding VREB. Yeah, it's not bad play. A lot of pre-market after hours resistance. I'm going to flip through some gainers, see what's going on out there. Kayvon, you in anything right now? Still waiting. Yeah, VERV, nice job, bad. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, joined you at 420. Not a bad play right there. TMC sitting, that's a metal play. THTX cracking even lower right now. Fades, don't do it. Don't cover yet. Need this thing to stay down. What's our price target? Oh, I don't know. $0. FMTO style. Let's see if she can keep selling off, go red. Tons of panic right now. Let me look. THTX, where are we setting at? She looks like she wants to go red on the day, which is down here 258. God, Isaiah, I'm heartbroken for you, man. God dang it, dude. I'm so heartbroken for you. Alright. I'm going to take half off fades right here and then kick back with the rest. It looks like it wants to go red on the day, so I'll at least set an adjusted stop, break even-ish. 291, take profit on the rest. 225, we'll see how far she can go. Try to let that one keep working if she wants to. USAR, oh my god. USAR, straight up to 1230 right now. Bull pulling on back down. BULL 5118. Yeah, fades. We look good for that one for THTX to. It's probably going to flop around a little bit here, but I mean, she looks like she wants to go red on the day, which is down in the 250s, forming a big upper shadow. Here's the daily on it. See that big upper shadow? Looks like she wants to get down under 257. Probably gonna bounce around just a little bit right now, though. Good work, bad on VERV. Spy's chopping right now. Yeah, USAR will eat your account, like Fade says. Yeah, you gotta be so careful with that kind of stuff. USAR with a 7-8 cent spread, and I mean, I do like it, and the reason being is we're tapping so much resistance where longs are underwater. and where they'll break even on their shares. But I've been avoiding like the rare earth minerals, gold, silver, all that stuff, because it's been kind of difficult to trade. You got stops at 275, 285. Yeah, I'm giving it a little bit more room because it could pop up to 275 probably. But that is where all that consolidation is. Yeah, I like her to slow down, go red. All right, guys. Enough of the tilt for me on THTX. I'm trying to find something else. The Verve 420 would have been good. That would have been like a slow, easy kind of play right there. Down to 390 right now. Kind of a mess. TMC with the big profit taking out of the gates and then climbing right back up to its pre-market highs here. 255 on the chart. Yeah, TMC is one of the metal plays, though. I'm trying to avoid that. CRL high a day. Kayvon mentioned. SPY still chopping. Trying to hold 540 is the SPY. Serve could be given sloppy seconds at 620. I don't know. All right, right now, just still kicking back with leftovers THTX. Have not taken anything else yet. That one probably just going to be letting it do its thing for the remainder of the day as it unwinds and fades. Mr. Bob, Sam, good to see you in here. We had a fun time on the Friday night live stream. We're going to be doing that again this Friday, by the way. And Kayvon's going to join us and be sharing. We're going to be sharing some charts from this week. So screenshot your charts and your trades and send them over. We're going to go over a lot of that this Friday. On Good Friday. We don't want it to be a bad Friday. So, no, Friday the market's closed. We'll be doing that because we're going to have a good Friday. All right, I want to find something else. So let the trades come to us. BULL, this is one of them tickers you just get the popcorn out and kick back and watch. IPO Webull setting up towards its highs. Starting to develop maybe a little descending triangle up there. Good work bad on VERV. It's in the 480s now. Man, that's a beautiful chart too. I'm kicking myself. SPY is still trying to hold. It's back over VWAP. 540s is holding so far on the SPY. RUN sitting up near its highs. Getting the runs. Look at the daily here. 730s is some resistance on RUN. Kayvon watching the China names for sloppy seconds. Any particular ticker you're looking at, or just all of them? Time fades. Good work there. On THTX. What was your entry on it, by the way, Fades? Did you get it like after the crack, or what entry are you working on that? Curious. All right. Kayvon, Futu, Baba, and PDD. Yeah, PDD was the one that hit 99. Sloppy seconds. Yeah. I mean, I like this PDD against the highs. It's not terrible. Bad is bad. You're always trading this AREB. What is going on with this thing? Is it? I guess there's always a trade on it. Spiked right up at the open and cracked on down and forming a little bear flag there. So yeah, not too bad. Okay, Futu, you're watching Kayvon, sloppy seconds potentially on one of these. Baba and PDD on the Chinese names. Yeah. With the risk against the highs, I do like that. I like this PDD on that sloppy seconds risk against the highs. Not terrible. I'm going to throw it down. Monitor it. Okay, you added into the weakness. Nice. Nice. That was pretty much my average too. It was so aggravating after that. After we got this fake out breakout THTX, and I got stopped out into that, it felt done. Because, I've seen that so many times where, okay, now we've accumulated longs up here and trapped them, so that's why it smacked it again right after and kind of chased it down. I wouldn't even want to see those entries on my chart because they're ugly. Very ugly. USAR metal play, that one. A lot of resistance overhead, but USAR sitting at 1150s right now. Bull is where all the bulls are at. Bull is where all the bulls are at. $47. And what a fade on VERV. God. You guys are doing really well this morning. A lot of patience. Spelt with the PAY. You guys are doing well. I mean, even the red trades are not bad that have been taken in here. You guys are seeing things. You're seeing it. But I think the lesson learned on that initial stop for me is I'm going to start smaller and widen the risk out, because getting stopped at the top and then the ticker fading is literally my biggest pet peeve. I mean, pretty much nothing irritates me more than that. Bull is in this little bit of a flag against the highs, $50. That's why it's hard to celebrate in this victory when we have a teammate that got stopped out up there and would have been a massive winner. I feel the loss with him. Because that's aggravating. But I mean, you trade it well. It's just aggravating. USAR 1230 hit. Lots of resistance here, USAR. Man, I am actually... Let me see how much they cost. This is a tough one to trade. I would recommend, if you're trading it, size down a lot, because $2.20 per 100. Yeah, this is like somebody mentioned the other day. We're the green team, and we want to see each other. All of us. We want to see all of us do very well. USAR, I like all the heaviness up there. God, never mind. She had just elevated down. Just dumped 60 cents. So I felt it happening. You can kind of feel it when it's about to happen. She starts slowing down. You know, it's like the sloppy seconds play Kayvon was talking about. You start curling back up, and you just feel it. She slows down. There's not a lot of longs coming back into it. And speaking of the sloppy second China names, good alert there, Kayvon. They've literally been pulling back since you mentioned that. Bull even higher. Are we halted up now on Webull? 54.26. You feel it too. Fades. It happens. It's yeah. What hurts so much about it? God, look at this USAR. Ugh. You know what would be even worse if you locate all those shares and then any amount of shares, and then like, I already know that's coming. I know that's coming to my account. I'm gonna sit there, and the locates are gonna be expensive, and then I'm gonna locate it as she's dumping, and be like, well, there you go. See, man, there's a $20 bill for those locates or whatever. It's tough because we've all experienced it, stopping out the top, and then she would have worked out. It is so aggravating. I mean, we've all felt that pain. It's so terrible. Anyone who's traded any length of time has felt that pain, and it's the worst kind of pain. It's the worst kind of pain. 5 seconds later, would have had a massive green trade. You know, that kind of pain. Fades, yeah, I've had some nightmares getting liquidated high a day than watching an all-day fade. Might not be a worse feeling. Blown more accounts that way. Yeah, that's the worst. It's absolutely the worst. Because you're managing the risk well because you put the stop in place. The worst thing is not having any stop in place. Yeah, too choppy. Bull, that one still at 54.55. I don't know why I'm PDD, sloppy seconds, fading back down to VWAP. Yeah, I'm not trading bull. I want you guys to understand that are just now jumping in the chat. I'm just watching this one. Most of us in here are just watching it. I don't know if anybody's traded this. I think Bad hit it for a short and pre-market. Made some money on it, but didn't stick around. That's one you don't want to stick around too long. TMC is getting a little interesting up here. Again, a metals play, but the weaker the steeper the trend, the weaker it becomes, and this trend is getting fairly steep. After that profit taken start of the day, TMC metals coming up here towards its 52-week high as well, 255. It pressures the trade fades when you locate expensive shares. Yeah, and it almost creates like a bias on it. Now that you've located it, it creates a little bit of a bias on it. Like you need it to work more since you located the shares. Yeah, a lot of these metal plays up, and USAR is one of them. THTX coming up to 233.45, still bouncing around there. Probably will. That's going to be a tough one to get back up to the. It's going to be a tough one to get back up into the 90s. It could happen, but I've explained the triangle of distributions before. It's an unlikely scenario. You got a lot of longs trapped up there now. It's going to be a tough one for that one to get back up there. It's the only one I'm working right now, but trust me, I'm looking for something. Did Bull just get halted down? Bull just had nearly an elevator down move on it. 55 down to 47. USAR did bounce off of previous resistance. I don't necessarily suspect that's going to hold. and then TMC on a steep trend right now, which has my attention. It's one of the only ones that has my attention, but I'm just not really wanting to trade the metals right now. Stack. What is that? Stake? What is Stack? S-T-A-K. Research development. Oil field specialized production. So S-T-A-K had a S-T-A-K. Key is not a letter, Kevin. S-T-A-K. Hit that magic 20-cent area. We go over that all the time, guys. Fast move up. Man, that one's been a short and a fade since. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow, look at SERV. That one curled all the way back around. Serve Robotics. Very steep trend there. Resistance I'm seeing like 675. I'll throw Serve down. Want it a little bit higher though. Alright, what are we doing right now? So still THTX leftovers. I'd like that to go red on the day, down in the 250s. You still working that one, Fades? Yeah, Fades, it's a dream. CMEG now doesn't charge you like the service charge with CPro, so now you located like 700 shares of THTX for $5 and just made, what, 100 and some dollars? So it's a dream. Very cheap. I know. Being able to locate anything is a dream for me. Just not having to think about it much. Just taking the locates, you know, paying a couple dollars for locates is nothing. Just seeing your edge, seeing the signal, and taking it. It's a dream. All right, how's the green team doing? You guys all good? Spies still holding 540. Do you work leftovers as well, Fades? Like you had 700 shares on THTX. Will you take half off and let the rest ride? Or how do you do that? Single entries, multiple exits, or you stick with single exits as well? One thing that's helped me is single exits on the loss side. Taking the L and not fighting. Not fighting. All right, flipping through. We're going to find something. TMC, remember I said the steeper the trend, the weaker it is. It's cracking that steep trend line right now. Somebody had mentioned THRD this morning. It's stabilized right at $5 because it was some kind of like a buyout. When that happens, they just sit at their whatever they get bought for. Man, beautiful. STA key straight up. Guys, euphoria is a real thing. Probably the strongest emotion in day trading is the fear of missing out. And so the way to take advantage of that is to short into it for those elevator downs. When you see something going straight up, I'm not saying this is a difficult technique, and I've seen a lot of traders blow up doing this, sizing into like the front side of the move. But a lot of traders with huge accounts out there do that. They just accumulate into the front side where all the liquidity is, and when the elevator's down, money on the way. Shoddy, what you think? Yeah, you just chilling with the rest of your shares. Okay. fades, you're finding a better edge now with CMAG now that the locates and all are cheap. Yeah, and if you don't, I mean, the main thing is, like, if you trust yourself not to overtrade, revenge trade, and then you're pretty squared, man, at CMAG now with how cheap it is and taking your setups. SERV is interesting against, like, the highs. I mean, it's forming a little descending triangle up here, lower highs off of 629. Here's what I'll show you guys. You get these euphoric moves, and then they start getting tight against support. That's what I'm looking at, SERV. And it's kind of off of this trend line too, bottom trend line down here. You tend to take profits too soon, so trying to practice that. Yeah, so letting leftovers do their thing and forgetting about them. Because honestly, if THTX fades to like 220.30 today, it's gonna add up. You know, that's gonna add up on a leftover position. It's difficult. It's always been difficult for me to do that. Let leftovers ride, and it's uncomfortable. But with trading, you have to embrace the uncomfortable. You have to. There's things that are uncomfortable, like when something's going straight up and shorting it. I mean, that's uncomfortable. But if it's getting up to my level of resistance I'm eyeing, I got to take it. You're taking the opposite side of the trade, being a contrarian trader. Not a lot of popularity in that, right? But there's a lot of profitability in it. All right, I'm trying to locate something, guys. It's Monday. I got the itch. I got that degenerate trading itch to trade something. It's just got to come to us. It's got to come to us. Let the trades find you. You don't find the trades. I mean, this serve is not bad right here. SERV. It's really not. Let me just see what the I mean, it's not in pocket pair ace hand, but it's a decent hand. This costs $2 per 100 to locate. I don't know. Yeah, I get it. It's a tough call sometimes, Kayvon. But that's why I think at least taking most off, like 75%, is not a bad idea. Because then if the other 25 curls around to your average, you don't really care as much, right? Or at least trail them. At least trail some. But again, it's like you want to see overall would it have been more beneficial for your trading, you know, or I mean, trying not to think on a trade by trade basis like, oh, this one didn't work out, so now I'm never gonna let my winners run again. A couple robotics plays up. So RR is our robotics ticker, and SERV is a robotic ticker as well. The robotic tickers are moving up right now. So fades for sure. Mainly just playing the stops right, and then if you different kind of gamble, of course. With no, yeah, I've learned my lesson many a times with holding overnight. I don't do that anymore. I like to rest well. MARA, a Bitcoin play, spiking up to highs right now. INTC. Okay, so this is probably off of news that like the chips and phones and electronics are exempted from the tariffs. I believe I read that this morning. A lot of these plays are exempted from the tariff, chips and computers, phones, and all that stuff. That's probably why we're seeing the robotics doing what they're doing. Another random pump, ELPW, straight up, straight down. There's been a couple decent entries. VRV was one of them at 420, but so far, I mean, we've pretty much been on top of the plays. SPY is holding up VWAP, coming back up towards its open price. All right. Anything you guys want me to take a look at? TCOM sitting up there. I'm trying very hard not to take a boredom trade because I did that on Friday and it didn't work out. That's not an edge. RR Robotics, 217 down. What's SERV doing? SERV was kind of interesting here. It might be trying to hold this prior resistance, now support 617. It's $2 per 100, though. I'm not sure the risk-reward makes sense there. So I see RV's not too bad. $725 would be a miracle on RUN. RUN 725. That's the 50-day moving average. Can keep that on watch just in case. What's our good friend Bull doing? Bull's trying to hold up 45 right now. Everyone on Webull is buying Bull. It's kind of forming a little head and shoulders pattern right now. 55 the head and the 50s are the shoulders, neckline under like 44. Bad watching KIDZ, waiting for to break out and bounce. It's a recent IPO, KIDZ. VWAP holding up his resistance there. Alright, we're not missing anything. Just not a ton of action right now. Have you, Kayvon, have you taken any of those Chinese names? Noticing Enjoyer in the chat. Good to see you in here. I don't trade options. I believe you can trade options, though, with CMAG. They have that availability. It's on their site. I haven't traded, but I'm almost certain you do. You can. So Enjoyer, I got in algo in the background that I'm working on with my brother. It's kind of where a lot of my attention's going, and then I train this small account trying to prove this concept out and see if this can work. So CPro, kind of where I'm trading live every day. Mr. Bob, I thought Webull was Chinese. It may be. Is Webull of the Chinese ethnicity? Google AI, yes, Webull, significant ties to China. Founded by a Chinese national, is partially owned by Chinese entities. Yeah, so right now, actually my algo is, it's not live yet, but it's up about $100. It traded VERV at 420. It took a short. Nice, that's actually what I was looking at for a short. And it traded MP. MP, it took an L. Tried to short that. MP's at its highs right now. Oh, so the L goes up a little bit on VERV. Let me take a look at MP. So I do look at some of the, when the algo takes a trade, I do bring that up to you guys as well. MP, materials, 2776. Maybe now's a good time for MP. This metals play. A lot of these metal plays are just up. Shares are trading higher following a report suggesting Trump will stockpile deep-sea critical metals to counter China. Stockpile some metals. Yeah, you're welcome, enjoyer. Thanks for joining the chat. We're pretty much live every single day, helping each other be green, so tune in. Serve. I like that upper shadow back up towards the highs. $2 per 100 there. I'm considering a short there. Just considering a short here. Serve. 3-cent spread though. I don't know. Bull is kind of hitting that shoulder. Little head and shoulders pattern. Hitting that 51 right shoulder right now. Clean up my watch list a little bit. Let me know what you guys are looking at, because SPY's struggling around the open right now. I'm going to go through some gainers. Sub V right off of that resistance line I got marked. Man. Alright, we're flipping through some, seeing what's going on. MP is at its highs. I mean, that one's one of the, like, mineral plays. MP, I'll throw it down. I don't really like the chart all that much. A lot of metal plays moving right now. Robotics plays, a couple of those as well. SERV back up towards its highs. Bull is that head and shoulders pattern actually ended up holding up that we noticed. Dude, how much would these cost? There ain't any way I'm shorting this, but I'm just curious. BULL. Let's see how much these shorts cost. And please do not press the wrong button and locate these, Kevin. Send request. Oh, wow. $12.50. Decline, but that is that's kind of tempting. God, why do I always do this to myself? Head and shoulders up at 50 with like even just 10 shares. Oh my god. Man, that's tempting. I'm trying to be very picky with my next trade because, THTX, I can sell that off and be up 40, 50 bucks on the day. If that thing just goes back down to the open. And Friday, I was up pretty decent and gave it all back sitting here, itching to trade like the degenerate that I am. So I'm trying to be very picky with the next trade. Understand the struggle. The struggle is very real right now. because I want to be in something. MP's at its highs. I mean, it's just a metal play. Looking for inefficiencies, right? Looking for inefficiencies. Bull is definitely interesting. At $12.50 for 100. The thing is, you have to locate minimum of 100, but there's no way I'm short in the 100 shares of this thing with a small account. All right, Keith, what kind of coffee you drink? Whatever my wife buys, pretty much. Pretty much whatever she buys. You got any recommendations? I'm not too picky there. SERV hitting the top highs, pulling back in. Bull, man, $12.50. Had I have known that they only cost $12.50, I may would have located the shares on this Head and Shoulders. So you wish you had Starbucks every day. So I'm more of like I got a Dunkin' and Starbucks like a mile from my house, so the temptation's strong. Man, beautiful head right there. That's such a beautiful Head and Shoulders. Called that before it happened. That would have been a massive, guys. Would have been a massive. I didn't realize the shares were going to be that cheap to locate. Serve sitting on 615. SPY back to red. It's just bouncing around its open right now as the SPY. Yeah, their serve goes. Oh well. A decent play there. Isaiah staying positive. Nice. Just think, yep, do just that. You got the secret. Stay forward focused. Stay forward focused, and you'll be back at it tomorrow. Clear your head. Take a walk. And we'll regroup and be green tomorrow. It's I think that's the thing. That's the thing. What we need to do is maybe that's the only thing I could think of for you is like start a little smaller and widen out the risk. And if you're gonna get 500 shares in it, get 200 initially, and then widen out that risk a little bit maybe. It's the only thing, and then potentially hit it again at a more desirable area. I don't know. Mr. Doug, sending some green our way. Doug's about to... Are you live again? I think Doug just funded his account's about to be live again to be green with the green team. Doing a quick drive-by, sending green to y'all. Have a great Monday. Thank you, Doug. Just working leftovers right now in a position, and that may be all I take today. I don't know. So we're going to flip around, and I want to find something else to trade. Bad, you took the bull short just to satisfy that temptation. Yeah, that's hilarious. I'm with you on that. I'm like, man, I want this short so bad. Let's go to the demo. I'm with you on that. Sometimes I guess the demo can satisfy that itch. I can't get over how good this Head and Shoulders looked. 51 on that right shoulder. I cannot get over how good that looked. Dude, I thought the shorts were going to cost like $100. I thought they were going to be way too much on this, but it was only $12. And obviously, 10 shares right here at 51 down to 43 would have paid $80 or so. So, yeah, I think that would have been worth it. SPY pulling back in. Kayvon still waiting. Kayvon with the discipline this morning. How are you still sitting on your hands? SERV, decent. That was a decent hand pulling back in. PDD. I mean, those Chinese names on the sloppy seconds were a pretty good alert. Kayvon, were you just waiting for a little bit more on them? They haven't really given back a lot of just sideways action right now. You can make money up or down, but in the sideways action, not so much. I say it's up 75Q trading BULL. Let's go. Transfer those funds over to your live account. PLTR with the elevator down. Dude, we're about to change the name of this of the green team to like the elevator down team. I'm telling you guys, we're catching these elevators every day. The stairs up, brutal. We will never be a stairs up team. Brutal. We'll catch those elevator downs. The Tower of Terror down. That's what we'll be doing. Guys, the Stock Master 5000 is flipping through ticker, is not finding anything. We're going to find something. Doug, did I get your email referencing your trading strategy? I did read through it the other day for when you're looking for trades, like in pre-market, a strategy you've been looking at. I did read through it, but I have failed to respond, so apologies there. Oh, you had 2 trades already this morning, Kayvon? All cash waiting, you had 2 trades. Bad wishes he had pressed the live account instead of the demo. You guys crack me up. Yeah. Yeah, there's many days where don't we wish we just pressed the other button. Don't we wish we just pressed the other button. I wish I had just taken the long there instead of the short. There are many times I'm in a short and I look at the ticker and I'm like, damn, this looks like a good long right now. Should we reverse positions? Nah. I mean, usually I'll say this. When it looks like a good long is when it's a good short. I mean, that happens. That's why I said sometimes you got to be comfortable taking the uncomfortable trade. That's what one of the main things I've learned with trading. When it looks good for something, that's usually when it's accumulating or trapping before the before the elevator down. So normally I just stick with it. Yeah, Doug. I'll review it some more today and get back to you on that. But I love the plan. I love how focused you are. You're consuming information and knowledge every single day. Watching watching some of the live streams back, and you're always consuming information. So that's a great thing. My suggestion is, and you're doing everything correct. Where I had a problem was way back when is I thought that the more I knew about the market, the better my trading would become. When in reality, now, for those that are in here that have been trading a while now, there's not much more to know. We've seen most of it. What matters the most now is managing the mind. And so, like, letting your winners run, things like that. Doing things that are uncomfortable. Like I was mentioning earlier before we went live today. Some things a lot of us learned early on in life, maybe in childhood, are not applicable to our trading. Actually, they're not suitable. Meaning, like, we learn, for instance, like certain morals you learn, or religious backgrounds will teach you is a bad thing, and maybe inherently we'll say it is. We'll say greed is a bad thing, but with trading, you have to think differently about that. You have to think differently about things such as greed. It's a different mindset. Things are different. You have to learn. You have to readjust your mindset with trading in a lot of different areas. It doesn't mean you have to be a greedy person inherently, but with trading, there's certain things that you just have to work against yourself in certain ways. Embracing uncomfortable things is the way I'll put it. And I wish I could word it better, but a lot of it has to do with your mentality, the mind. A lot of it has to do. Actually, I'll say like all of it at a certain point, because what a lot of newer traders think is they think that they can eliminate all of the risk entirely with a ton of indicators and chart analysis, when in reality, you can never eliminate the risk entirely. Oh, SERV, I'm regretting not taking you. And then, like, for instance, right now, what's getting me is a lot of mental things. Like, I'm not taking certain trades because on Friday, we typically associate things with our most recent past, right? I'm going to hit you guys right where it hurts with this, some of you. So, if you didn't let a winner run and the ticker faded all day, you're probably going to let it run the next trade, right? You're going to let it run. But then that trade, it doesn't run. In fact, it curls back up and stops you out. So then the next trade, you're going to take profits too early because of that. Because our minds, they work like that. We associate things with our most recent trades. When in reality, we have to think again over a sum of trades, series of trades. Over a series, and not associate things. So right now, that's what's hurting me. I'm associating a lot with Friday and how I was green, and then I gave everything back because I was sitting here trading mirages of things that were not really good hands. They were 7-2 offsuits that I thought were pocket pair ace hands, and so I was sitting here over trading, and that's what I'm struggling with right now. I haven't taken a couple trades that I would have otherwise, like this VERV at 420. Because I don't want to be over trading, when in reality, I'm not. If that makes any lick of sense. Any lick of sense. All right, I'm going to catch up with chat. So, Doug, the idea with that strat is you're going to be able to, you're going to be working, and so you need to trade in pre-market, and you're trying to recognize those patterns, which you've done a lot of homework on, from what I've seen. I know, we need to reverse engineer our own minds to have a better P&L. Options trading. Last we talked was like 5 years ago. How are you doing, man? How's your trading? Good to see you in here. Happy to know you're still trading. I'm sure you don't remember. I do remember you. I remember you very, very well. I can put a face to the name. Fade's all about mastering your mind, basically discipline. Yeah, at a certain point, it's all mastering the mind. There's not much you can teach. It's like experience is your best teacher, you know? And then understanding, working against your natural self, a lot of it. Mastering the mind, exactly right. Doug, speaking of work, gotta go. Thanks for jumping in here, man. Thanks for jumping in here. Green team prevails today, and good job. Bad, even double ace on the poker hands loses. Yeah, even sometimes. Yeah, even the poker pair, the pocket pair ace hand loses sometimes. That distribution of probabilities. I've gone over it many times. Even the best hands don't work, and that's where newer traders struggle because they think. And I'm preaching to myself here. Here's THTX getting a little pop. We need you to stay heavy, sir. That's where a lot of newer traders struggle. Tunneling in, and it's very difficult for me a lot of times. THTX getting a little pop here. What should I do? Leftover position. Just going to let her do her thing, probably. Tunneling in, letting one trade define the entire trading career, you know. I mean, with a pocket pair ace hand, it's okay to size in with some additional chips on the table if you've seen this hand work out more times than not. That's not necessarily the problem. The problem is putting all your chips on the table. Options trading, yes, they're doing good. Doing so-so in trading. Yep, same here. Doing so-so, and the nature of trading, right? The nature of trading. What have been some of your... So options trading's been around for a while. You can probably discuss some things that have been kind of your uphill battles. We all have certain struggles. Mine has been letting winners run. Can touch on that. And what right now has been your uphill battle, and what have you been progressing, doing well at? All right, I'm looking for a trade. I'm going to flip through some of these gainers, see if anything's lining up for the signal. And again, like a lot of the time, I'm assuming you guys have an edge, and that will come. But it prevents you from over trading when you know what the good hands are to trade. When I first went offshore, I blew up my account over trading the heck out of everything. Going on tilt, that's when I put the max loss on the account. So I don't over trade. So like I said, on those days where nothing's popping up, but you're seeing mirages of good hands to trade and they're really not. I'm looking. So, for instance, last week I put a new rule on my account, like THTX popping up here. Last week I would have smacked it again for some more shares, but right now I'm not. Just really going to let that one play around today and keep my risk at break even, or let the rest ride out. The mental game. Yep, there we go. The mental game. Yes, that's what it comes down to. It's always what it boils down to. Back testing always seems better than my forward testing. That messes with my mind. Interesting concept there. back testing seems better than my forward testing. So then that creates doubt in the system. And then you probably adjust things you shouldn't. MP's at its highs. I mean, I don't... Probably should not take a trade here. I don't know if I am. Yeah. Yeah, and then it does that for you, and then you trade out of a basis of fear, which is never good. You know, we gotta eliminate the fear from the trades, and then that creates doubt, which affects the trades negatively. Yeah. I know that all too well myself. All too well. Take a bad L, and then I don't take the signal anymore. The signal that you have back tested and looks very good. You saw our rare earth spiking up to the highs. Yeah, thank you for the sharing that, the honesty there. It has been a relatively quiet morning. It's been kind of the aggravation with this morning. We have not missed anything. It's just been a little quiet. Mistaken some trades, but we haven't missed them visually. Wow. Yeah. CRML, metals. So all the metals plays are climbing higher and higher and higher right now. CRML coming up to its 50-day moving average. Probably not trading any of these metal plays. Right under right around 290 or so is the 50-day. This one's up a lot, CRML. Off of the lows, at least. 320 would be very interesting for me there. I don't know if I want to fight the trend on the metal plays today, though. We'll see. I'll throw it down, see if we can climb up there. THTX I traded Friday and had leftovers that ended up stopping me out break even on the trade, so I'm trying to let this one work, but Keith, green team up $39 on 3 trades. Good work. Good work there. CRML's at its pre-market highs. Oh, CRML. How much are we? 40 cents for 100 of you. Just don't know if I want to trade these metals. I don't mind this pre-market resistance descending triangle that it had. $148 up to $250. Steep trend line there. Green on the day now. think? Maybe closer to 275. I'll take CRML. Maybe closer to 275. Let me check the short interest. %, 4.75. These metal plays are straight up. I'll probably take it 275. But they're all up right now because what Trump said, he's going to try to acquire all these rare earth metals. I don't know if I want to fight this today. THTX going sideways. Need that one to longs to get out of that and for a continual fade there. Back down to 220s would be real nice. Really going to let that one work or pretty much break even on the day. That's my idea there. Going to let it work or break even on the day. If it works, it's going to be a nice green day. Really going to be a nice green day if she works out. CRML, I'm eyeballing this one for a 275 short. Some metals play, and they're all moving up right now, though. USAR is a metal play as well. Rare earth. Bull. Holy crap. BULL. Bull. Had a head and shoulders pattern. Held VWAP. Curling back around to the highs. I don't think I want to do it, though. I don't think I want to short this. How can you short a bull? THTX might have survived. It's heavy again. Yeah. I got my stop 291 or 2. Just going to let that play around most of the day. High 27s and 28s. Nice. See if she gets down there. I see some of that support on the chart, like you're saying, 27, 28. THTX. Got a lot of longs up there, up and around $3 trapped in it. They're probably holding and hoping at this point. Market needs to bounce or might get ugly. Oh, we are ugly. At the lows is the SPY, so we could get ugly here. Kayvon's mentioning. CRML has my interest. I just want it a little higher. I like the upper shadows I see in the past chart history too. Really want it a little higher. Yeah, fades, you're a little bit more watching the every candlestick kind of thing with full size still. Good job being full size still, by the way. So what I would say with THTX is when I trade it Friday, it may try to do this again. Like this is why I wouldn't hold it overnight. After hours, get its pop up, and climb up towards the proposal of that acquisition. So it may wait to make that bullish move in after hours. Man, VERV, good job there, bad. Wow. 363 now on that. Everything pulling back right now with the SPY? SPY's at its lows on the day. Oh man, I'm thinking about you. CRML. And Bull doing a double top right now. Wee Bull. Going against the market as Wee Bull. What an epic ticker symbol, Bull. Is there a bear ticker symbol? BEAR? BEAR. Vermont teddy bear. I'm not seeing it. Populate onto the chart. Maybe it got delisted. Okay. CRML has my interest here, guys. But I've said I'm not trading these freaking metal plays. Look at all this my face is probably in the way, but tons of volume the last few days into these metal plays. Up yesterday 150 to 268 right now. This is unprecedented. Unprecedented. I've only taken one ticker so far today. Wow. CRML, I might have to take this up here. Been looking for some speed. The overall market, what are we doing? Market's trying to bounce off a 538. Still red on the day right now. Yeah, I'm trying, Kayvon. I'm trying. Let him come to me. I have been trying. Trust me. Taking one ticker. When this SERV was pretty good. You see, flipping through some tickers. I know, for real. Slow day is better than a big blow up red day. Awful. Yeah, when I first went offshore, I would be like, I'd probably be in everything right now. It would have made no sense at all. Sense spelled with a SENSENCENTS. Would have made no sense. Oh man, yep. That's the truth. That is the truth. Really wanted THTX to go red on the day. That's what I was looking for. I mean, we still may. Just trying to hold 265.70 right now. Here's my trades so far, guys. My trades. THTX took a $30 loss, $28 win, and sitting leftovers right now. That's it. That is it. But any tickers you guys have that you want me to look at, let me know. THTX, maybe this one tries to curl around. You know, maybe it does. We'll see. I think inevitably it's just going to be met with a lot of long resistance up here, but Kayvon emailed your 2 trades. Good. Gonna go over them Friday. I encourage anybody else trading, email them over to me, averydaytrading@gmail.com. We're going to go over them on Good Friday. Is it appropriate to live stream on Good Friday? Are we going to get like big old lightning bolt going to strike us dead? You about to go take a ride, Kayvon? You're green on the day, right? Look at these trades. Oh, nice on food too. Nice on food too. I don't see your... Oh, there it is. CRL. CRL long. Dude, nice. Good trades. All right. Let's see where that CRML is. I was thinking about a trade there. Still, right now it's heavy. A little heavy against 270. THTX still trying to hold up. Weebull, $59, $60. Seeing some upper shadows there. Anything you guys want me to look at? Flipping around. Oh, dang, dude. Man, some of these tickers giving everything back right now. Like SEDG hitting the magic 20, pulling back in off of that. Is the SPY at the lows right now? Yeah, SPY's at the lows. Market's pretty weak right now. Market is pretty weak right now. Almost took CRML up here. A lot of hesitancy. SPY going even lower right now. All right. Not missing anything. TMC, look at that. Steeper the trend, the weaker it is. I saw that live. Kayvon, Apple leading the pack right now. Yikes. Apple is going on down. We have some good 199-ish support there. AAPL. So Apple was getting balled up the last few days, 168 up to 202, off of, I believe it was the no exemptions on the tariffs on the chips and whatnot. Yeah. Apple surges on tariff news, but Wall Street still has some concerns. Yeah, might get some long alerts soon. Yeah, I mean, it looks decent for taking looks decent for scooping up. Just depends on what the overall market's going to do, right? Or is Apple doing its own thing? SPY looking kind of weak down here still. Damn it. Didn't take that CRML right there. Shoot. A little annoyed with that one. Man, I've gotten a little hesitancy today. I just have a little hesitancy. Wanted that 275 CRML. PDD, look at that lower shadow. 94. Is that thing gonna start crawling around now? All right, SPY's still right around near its lows. So we're seeing a lot of heaviness out there right now. PLTR sitting on its 50-day moving average. 92.64 is the 50-day on it. A lot of support down here. In the 90-50 range. Dude, I feel like I'm forcing a trade if I take anything. I really do. I don't know. Is that just me, guys, or are you feeling the same way? Should I just snap out of it and take some trades? Yeah, Webull setting up 54.50. Had head and shoulders cracked that, but straight back up through it. A lot of volume over on the bull. That's where a lot of eyes are. BULL. I'm still kicking back with leftovers. THTX. You still with that, Fades? I'm gonna try to work that throughout the day. Leftovers there. That may just be the one that pays if we get that fade back down to the open. Just yellow something so I don't have to. I'll take that YOLO from you. I mean, I just don't see any good hands to play. That's my problem right now. Other than that CRML I missed, 270 to 45 right now. What was that? PLTR is right at its 50-day moving average. That one looked kind of decent. Let's get a little bounce down here, 92. We were looking at it at 92.40s. Looked a little decent down there. A lot of support in the 90s, but I don't know. It's not. It doesn't. It's a slightly decent hand. Doesn't excite me too much though. SPY is still at its lows. It's Monday. This Monday, just not taking them like I should have. A few of them. You got two good trades, Kayvon. Two good trades there. It's good work. And like you said yesterday, your problem sometimes is sticking around and giving it all back. So I know you're itching to just wrap her up. Yeah, a few of these MP, like I saw it up there, 28.30, and they looked good, but I just didn't pull the trigger on about 3 trades today that I liked. It was like MP, Serve, and VERV, and CRML. God, 4 trades. Yeah, that 270 there. This USAR is somewhat interesting. Just because of all the resistance up in the $20 to $12 range that is completely sold down under. What were the locates there? They weren't that expensive, were they? I mean, that's one there's something on it. $2.20 per 100 on USAR. I mean, there's something there, but it could be like against the highs. All right. I'll think about that. Right now, I'm just in leftovers THTX still. It's been all morning. Fades, you're still with THTX. Close call, but all good. Short. All right. I'm going to go hit the head real quick. I'll be right back. Stay safe. Stay disciplined. BRB. Alright, let's see what USAR is at. I kind of like this little descending triangle we're forming on USAR. USAR. 1260s. Forming a little descending triangle there. I don't mind that. The 200 day 200 days at around 11. Yeah, I kind of like that one. Haven't been pulling the trigger, so the one time I do pull the trigger, she's gonna go to the moon. I don't want her to snap here, though. That's my problem. I'm gonna locate it, and then she's gonna snap 50 cents. It'd be awful. I'm nervous. I like this setup. I'm nervous I'm going to locate it and she's going to crack before I can get involved with it. It feels on the verge of snapping. It's $2.20 per 100 shares at CPro. So not terrible there. Here's the trend line we're on. A little bit off of the trend line. In a descending triangle right now. Yeah, looks like she's about to snap. Oh well. What's another miss on the day? ZLAB. Oh wow, yeah, what a fade there. Hit the 50 days, been pulling back in off of that. It's been some good opportunities. There really has been. Not a ton. Few and far between, but USAR looks like it wants to get a little spiky wikey here. Maybe she does. Spikes up, and maybe we could take a short into that spike. We'll see. It looks like it's been a decent short on spikes. 11 up to 12, and then pulling back. It's been bouncing off the trend line, but it's holding that 1190 area, the previous break, USAR. All right. If we get a spike here, I'll probably hit it on a short. I'm just eyeballing it. Just eyeballing it right now. It's got like a 15-cent spread, which is what I don't like. Chart looks pretty good. Bad. LKNCY. LKNCY, which we doing? Yeah, fade there too. Just bounce. Trying to bounce it. Sitting around VWAP. See overall SPY doing. SPY's trying to get a bounce now. SPY's trying to get a bounce. Bull, which was Webull, trying to bounce here up and over 50. 51 is kind of an area it's going to try to bounce at. I'm going to flip through some gainers. I don't mind USAR, but I'm going to have to, if I get involved with it, I'm going to be applying lower risk share size wise. Right now it's trying to hold 1190s. We'll see if it can keep holding that. Slowing down for sure on the volume. THTX really trying to hold 270. It went all the way up to 279. It's trying to hold 270. We'll see if we can get a crack and fade, continuation fade there back to the open. Wow. Yeah. Not the Monday I was wanting, but maybe the Monday I deserved. Been tough here. It's been tough. You remember I said if there's nothing going on, PRTG is going to get a spike? Well, look what we have here. Our good friend PRTG. PRTG. When nothing's moving, momentum shifts back to where she was. I don't know if it's going to sustain this volume. We'll see. It's going to need a big chat room on it to pump it up. You know how they do. Kayvon PII watching. for potential reversal. Wee Bull still trying to hold $50 right now, 51 as support. Wee Bull still trying to hold 51. Wee Bull still trying to hold 51 and continue a leg on up. XP gap fill down. Yeah, 13. Yeah, 13, 40s, 50s. Pretty good. Pretty good right there on XP. Right there, right around there. Pretty good. USAR is getting another leg on up. It's getting my interest. Such an ugly chart. USAR. Such an ugly chart. Now that we're up here, I want to spike up and over the highs. Then I'll probably hit it against like 1330 or so. Or so being 16, 17. No, it'd be like 1330, probably the risk. I like the elevator down moves that it does provide on pops. 1260s down to 1190. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I want it to do a liquidity grab up and over the highs, which it may be doing here in a little bit. Just watching USAR for that. Watching USAR for a pop up and over the highs. Potential short. Oh, Isaac in the building. Not trading this week, just observing. You just hanging out this week. You're funded, right? You just... let me see. How much is this going to cost me? USAR. SPY still chopping around 536. What's good old Wee Bull doing? Wee Bull still trying to hold 51. And THTX, my leftovers, still just sitting around. All right, USAR coming to Papa. USAR, let's get up and over the highs. All right, I'll locate USAR. $12.70. Oh shit! I did not want to buy that. What the hell? I want to short you. I got out of it. I pressed the wrong damn button again. Did that go through? Well, great. What's going on here, dude? Let me reload it. That's why you gotta use hotkeys. But with these volatile plays, Nice. Lovely. I don't even know if I'm in this right now. That's the lovely part. USAR. Logging in on the app right now. The app does not show me in it at all. Bobby shorted 30. I tried to, but the app doesn't show me in it. See? The app just has me in THTX. I cannot believe I did that again. Dumbass. We are experiencing technical difficulties right now. I have not experienced this before. Can't get the app to load. Oh my god, this is brutal. Let me try the web-based. Okay, web-based I'm in. Let me click on positions. Oh, fuck. Man, I just located these. I want my short. There we go. Got my short. USAR. Setting a stop at 1360. All right. I have a 13, what is it? I have a 1272 average short. Short! I am short. All right. And she's cracking right now. All right. Good, good, good. Wow. That was worth it for once. Taking the short here. JC, how many trades per day for you, Kevin? Usually I'm like 5 to 10 trades a day. Today I have only taken 2. Good question, Isaac. Who in here is trading for a living? I'm going to try to let this trade work out, Usar. I'm going to try to let it work out after that pullback right there. Let me try to get back in the app, by the way. That was annoying. We're in a white screen of death here right now in the app. White screen of death in the app. There we go. All right, good. We getting back logged in. All right, you saw 1272 average there. I need it to kind of stay heavy now. After that decent pullback. Want it to really, really, please stay heavy. Please stay heavy. Kayvon went long PII. Nice, all right. I'll take a look there. Taking along for the reversal. It's difficult, Bob. This is your first year, so we'll see. It's difficult to trade for a reliable income with trading, because then it creates expectation. It's tough to trade with expectations. Yeah, that's good. So Bob is an electrician. Yeah, it's good having something you do like that on the side. Like, I do videography work too, so a lot of people who do side work, who have their own business, find success with trading because you treat it as such, with understanding overhead and understanding all the ins and outs there. So I've only taken these 2 trades. So I would love USAR to work. THTX is sitting at 275. Isaac, software developer, but looking for no more enslavement. Yes, this world is all about enslaving you right now, especially. It breaks my heart to see what people are coming into right now that are starting their lives. It's so tough. It's very tough with the inflation and all. Man, that USAR got bought up pretty good right there. I don't like that. Don't like that lower shadow. I spent some money for these locates, so this has to work out. Got this bias now. Nah. I'll keep my stop on it. Got it up. I went small and put it pretty high up there after THTX. So giving this thing some wiggle room after THTX did its thing to me. Trying to learn my lesson there. SPY getting a decent bounce off the lows. Falling out of love with this. After that 60-cent drop. Falling out of love with USAR after that 60-cent dump straight back up. Isaac 42 been a high tech since '08. Just done with it. So you're just sick of making other people money. Yeah, I definitely get it. Definitely get that. Wonderful. USAR wonderful. The good news is with this, I love the elevator down. We can drop. I mean, we just dropped 60 cents and right back up. It's been uptrending, but we've been a nice short on pops, and I still have shares to short into it on additional pops. Additionally, what I like with the chart is all this overhead resistance from where it just sold off from $20 down to $5. So I looked at the short interest. Not a lot of short interest here. Keep the risk a little wide as it's got a little spread to it. But what's Mr. Bull sitting at? Wow, Wee Bull up there to $62. Back down to 57. Wow, dude. Wee Bull putting in the work today. THTX just stalling up over 270s. Kayvon's working PII. Going to try to scale out. Nice. PII is curling around. Good work. It's like perfect little lower shadow that you get involved with there. Good job. JC, having another source of income, yeah, it helps you not to force any trades. And good conversations in here, though, guys. You know I'm always going to keep it real with you from what I've seen. A lot of the big... you'll see a lot of the bigger traders out there, they have their chat room, they have all this other additional income that just takes a lot of the emotions out of it for their trading, personal trading. They turn it essentially into a business. So where the only income is not just trading. Oh, sad face. Should have taken some off down there, 1220 apparently. Alright, let me flip through a few, see what else is going on. THTX really hasn't done much. Sitting above 270. That one really hadn't done much with my leftovers. Pretty quiet out there, guys. Other than probably Bull. Yeah, Bull is still where all the attention has been. BULL. That's just in a void for me. Not touching it. This previous high here turned into some support where we see a lower shadow. Coming down to that. 55 up to 58 right now. Yeah, 1340, some resistance USAR. This metal stuff I've wanted to avoid, but it's the only thing that's been moving. A lot of the metal plays have been all that's moving. Need some food in my system here in a little bit. Good seeing you still. Going to part-time soon, so you can focus on both. Getting some work done and some trading done. Nice, nice, nice. Doug's been putting in the work too. A lot of focus and dedication. And then discipline, the third component that you gotta have, which is probably the toughest one, the discipline. Discipline to let your winners run, discipline to stop your losers and not fight them. Lots of discipline is needed. Isaac, a lot of major firms are down while others are up. Yeah, I'm not sure there. I did see there's a lot of earnings, different earnings plays coming out. CNBC Morning Squawk had. Hang on one second, guys. I gotta answer a call. All right, what's going on? Yes, yes, yes. Snap, snap, snap into oblivion. Get under 12. I'll take half off 12.16 on USAR. 12.72 average there. Probably dumb of me, but it popped up so fast last time, so I just want to lock in something 1234, 1249. Like, goodness, dude. Make up your mind what you want to do, Usar. She's a tough one. She's a tough one. Flopping around like a dead fish. All right, I'm going to put the adjusted stop. I don't know. Yeah, I'd like a flush elevator down to like 11, but put the adjusted stop up at like 13. 30. Profit. Do like 11. 20. It could go lower than that. All right, we're trying, guys. We're trying. We're trying to have a decent green day. It looks heavy now after that elevator down move right there, 1280 to 12. We will see. We will see. Took half off just to make sure. Working leftovers on 2 trades right now, which is pretty much the bulk of any profits here. Trying to let some winners run. Anything else going on? What are you guys talking about? Time phase. What's she gonna do? THT, dude. You've been very patient. You've been good with that one. Good patience there. I know. Want her at the open so badly. She looks good for that open, but hasn't really gotten the longs to unwind it. It seems like they're just holding and hoping. Holding and hoping are those longs. But yeah, another snap down would have been nice. Kind of in a bear flag. We'll see. USAR back up to 13 is going to piss me off. After this 1 point drop, that will piss me off. What in the world? I took half of it off. USAR. Yeah, some days are just odd in the fact that sometimes leftovers just are not working, like we discussed earlier. We'll see what happens. THRD got dissolution news. Yeah, I remember seeing that a little bit ago. THRD. That's why that one's just been sitting there at $5. BULL, Weebull, still holding 55 right now. Prior resistance now turns into support. Where is she going? Dude, that just got a major spike. Weebull, up to $63.4. Weebull, 3 4-point spikes at a time. Guys, I'm getting so brutally annoyed with USAR. I'm about to take it off, and that would have been a scratch trade. Come back up to my break-even price. Cannot dropping a point, then popping right back up. It's just brutal. Bull 64. Still higher there. THTX, I know we're still... Fades and I are still working that. Patience, young Padawan. Patience. I don't... That's what I would think too. We'll see. I mean, some of these IPOs have been just going forever. IPO'd yesterday at what, like $10? Dropped to $9.54. Or no, what did it IPO at? We IPO'd at like 15 bucks. Sold all the way off to 9. Then made its move. Pretty much made its move after hours. And then obviously today. Strange. Strange that yesterday it opened up and just faded all day. Some of these moves we've been making, dude. Just irrationality at its finest. Irrationality. Alright, flipping around. Let's see what else we can find. Traded only 2 trades today, guys. 2, and that's it. I know. Keep on. That has to be the bull top. Famous last words. That's what my dad always said. Yep, just 2 trades for me so far. USAR and THTX. This Monday got you guys itching to trade. I mean, it's tough when you get a Monday like this where there's not a lot of your signals setting up, and then the 5-minute on this is bouncing off of that 1220 USAR the trade I'm in, bouncing off of this bottom trend line on the 5-minute time frame. Let's see if Bob was right on this this top here on BULL. Bob, you've taken 1 trade. What's that been? And was it green? You guys staying green? AREC took a trade there. AREC. Oh man, that hit the 200 beautifully, Bob. Look at that. Looks like it wants to pull under that 200 now too. 50 cents up near $1. Pulling back down under that 200 day. 84 down to 65, back up to 91. Maybe forming a little head and shoulders now. $0.80 could be that right shoulder for that head and shoulders. And it's on this little trend line right now, Bob. We got that trend line going. Oh, did THTX just snap a little bit? Oh, nice. Nice. Seeing some green across the board. THTX into the 260s now. Fades. Your patience. Tell me you're still in it. Man, I'm trying to milk this green day. I'm trying. Kayvon, patting the wallet today. Good work. Gonna go take a walk now. Well, good green day, man. No, it wasn't. I don't think any of us have had a major green day. It's been a very snipey day, so good job taking your snipes, lining up your edge and your crosshairs, and pulling the trigger. Good work. Yeah, I'm fairly happy with a day like today after a weekend where you're just itching to trade and you only take a few because of, demonstrating some decent discipline. And Bob, that's good discipline there too. You've taken the one trade, but you haven't been over trading on anything. So good job with your discipline there. Put on a bull long and take a walk. Oh my God. Don't give anybody the wrong ideas. Dude, this AREC was really nice, Bob. God, I wish I'd seen that. That pop up over that 200 day up here to short into. Man. Yeah, that one's pretty. Let me see what the shorts on that would have cost. Per 100, 40 cents. Nice. Yeah, that would have been good. AREC would have been good up there. I see ya. Cracking me up. You're seeing bullish signals. You guys are seeing me like over exaggerate my winning the green trades because that's my problem. Yeah, I'm trying so hard to over exaggerate the winning trades. If you were a stock, I would yellow you. I think my heart just skipped a beat. Thank you, Isaiah. I'm seeing bullish signals with you too. You're taking the right steps. Put the max loss on the account. Taking the good signals. It's all mental at a certain point, and then it's about those mind games. At a certain point, trading just becomes a bunch of freaking mind games. THTX looks good still for that. Pull back down towards the open of the day. Here's the daily. Open of the day is 257. Still looks good for that. And USAR, still with that one. It's on the trend, bottom trend. Looking for it to snap that, get under 12, and continue lower. THTX looks like it's heading down to the open right now. Yep, there she goes. She's going red, ladies and gentlemen. 258 is probably going to hit. $258. Thinking about taking most of it off down here at the open. It really looks like it wants to go red on the day, so I'm waiting for that. Waiting to see if we get that. THTX. Don't want to bounce here. I want to go red. 258. USAR looks heavy on this trend, so I'm happy with that. Need that one to snap though here. Need USAR to snap down under 12. I think the profit target. Oh man, USAR, don't bounce right here. Profit target THTX has got to be down at like maybe 250s. Maybe 250s. Yeah, being patient with the green trades always been my problem. Very, very much. See green and want to take it off the table. It's like seeing $5 on the ground wanting to pick it up. That's how my dumb mind works with trading. See money, you want to take it, but you gotta let them work. You gotta let them work. Any tickers you guys want me to look at? Any questions? You guys decently green? I don't think anyone's had like a home run day today, but pad in the wallet. That's what we've been trying to do. With the action that the market's at least provided today. And I recommend the OCOs as well because it prevents you from going deer in headlights, and that's why I do it too. If something were to get like a crazy spike and I'm just jaw drops to the floor just staring at it. Really, with USAR, I don't want this back up to all that 1290 resistance. I'm probably adjusting my stop. So I can drag it down. That's what I'm going to do, 1330. I'm going to drag that down to like 1290. That's going to be the adjusted stop with the leftovers there. Confirm and send. So brought that down, adjusting the wrist there in case that pops up. THTX want that to go red on the day. That's sitting at 264. But send in your trades, averydaytrading@gmail.com. We're going to go over them this Friday. All right. Fades, you still in here? You still with THTX? I don't want it to hold the open. Sitting here with it. Don't want it to hold the open. USAR looks like that one's getting a little spike on it right now. And it's coming right up to my adjusted stop, 1272. I'll be done with that one. Literally would have been just a scratch trade on it. Single exit would have paid on it. But scratch trade. Oh well, tried there. Still bouncing off the bottom trend. Yeah. Or my stop's at 1290 actually. 1290 is the stop. Average is that 1272. We'll stick to it. That price action's been annoying. That one's been real annoying. THTX popping back up towards, I don't know, thinking about, I don't want it to hold it open here, which it's acting like it's trying to do right now. BULL. Kayvon, you should have got along there before your walk. Oh my god. BULL 7350. You have got to be kidding me. That thing's heading to 100. Heading to 100. Spies coming back down to its lows. BULL. Oh man. $12.90 stop. USAR climbing back up there. Scratch trade there. Tried another trade today. THTX pulling back down to the open, still 257. We'll see if it goes red. She sure looks like she wants to. I think what I'm going to do here for THTX is my stop line. Since volume is essentially dead here, I'm going to adjust the stop to 270. Take profit. I'm going to put way down there. Let that one keep doing her thing. But if she pops back up to 270, I'll be out of it. It almost felt like today was going to be pretty much that one trade paying out. Wasn't finding much else. All right. I got to head out in about 10 or 15 minutes, so if you guys have any questions or want me to look at any tickers, let me know. Yeah, Bob, heading out. Take care, man. Good discipline today. We'll get it tomorrow. We will get her tomorrow. Alright, right now I'm still just USAR leftovers, THTX leftovers. THTX looks like about to go red on the day, 258's around that level. So I'm still short there. We're still selling off there. I keep adjusting my stop a little bit, but the daily looks real good to go red. Being rigid with our rules, flexible with the profit expectations. Yep, there's THTX cracking down there in the 250s now. Just got a pretty decent pop off of 261 too. 256 it hit and popped up off of that. USAR just stopped out. It was curling all the way back up to its highs. 13 is what it is. Is what it is. So right now I only have THTX still. Which just took out a ton of stop orders. Did a liquidity grab. Huge volume sweep under the open there. Which may be a place it tries to bounce. So you know what? I'm just going to wrap it up today. Get out of THTX here. 262. Here's the trades. Took one decent L out of the gates. THTX minus 30. Made it back there. Ended up making about 60 on it. Lost 30. That's pretty much the trade on the green trade today. USAR I tried with the cost to locate and the profit made. That one's a scratch trade. So ended up really only making money on the THTX. That's got to wrap up today, though, guys. Sitting here looking for a trade. I don't think it's coming. I just don't see it coming. It's decent on THTX. But let me know. Email me if you need any help, have any questions. I'll be wrapping it up now. We'll be live again tomorrow morning for another green day. The green team stays alive and prevails regardless of the market conditions. Letting the trades come to us. Us not finding the trades. Letting the trades find us. So we'll take what the market gives and move on from there. But, yep, traders, thank you guys for being a part of the green team. We will see you guys tomorrow.